Do you want to generate gains like 2115% or 1253% or 2881% or 2473% from the markets? I bet you want to generate returns like these from the stock markets. Now don't worry, I will show you how you could generate such kind of returns from the markets today in this video. Hi, I'm Apurva Sheth and I welcome you to this brand new edition of Fast Profits Daily. In last week's video, I showed you how we use trends in the natural resources to identify profitable trading opportunities in the equity markets. But that's not the only reason why we look at natural resources. Actually, natural resources are a key to finding multi-baggers in the next 4 to 5 years. And today I'm going to reveal all about it to you. Now, before I begin, let me tell you a story. Now, 2 years ago, I stood at the podium of the Taj Mahal Hotel in Mumbai. I was facing a crowd of 215 people. Now, I asked them one simple question. Do you believe that Sensex could touch 1 lakh by 2024? About 15 to 20 hands went up in the air. 20 minutes after my presentation, I asked the same question. And this time around 50 hands went up in the air. So what was it that I spoke in this 20 minutes? How come so many people changed their minds? Now, this is exactly what I want to tell you today, and that this is exactly why natural resources are the thing that you should watch out for in the next 4 to 5 years, and this is the key to generating the kind of returns that I just spoke to you. Now look at this chart. This is the monthly chart of Sensex since inception. Now Sensex follows a greed and fear cycle. It follows this cycle over a period of 8 years. So 8 years it will stay in greed phase, and for the next 8 years it will remain in the fear phase. Now this keeps on alternating after every 8 years in the month of April. Now what is the tendency of the markets during these phases? So in the greed phase, the markets or Sensex moves up, and in the fear phase it trades sideways or probably goes down as well. So in this chart, as you can see, from the first greed phase ended in April 1992, and the returns that Sensex generated in this period was 469%. Now over the next 8 years, Sensex was in the fear phase, and the returns in this phase were only 20%. Now the Sensex entered the greed phase in the month of April, and the year was 2000. From 2000 till 2008, Sensex was in the greed phase, and the returns during this greed phase were 271%. Now the Sensex moved back into the fear phase from April 2008 till April 2016. Now the Sensex remained sideways and the returns were 48%. Now 48% returns might look large, but still from a 8-year perspective, that is nothing. It's next to peanuts. And this is, we are talking about Sensex. So the markets remained sideways for the 8-year period. Now the markets entered into the greed phase once again in the month of April 2016. So from there on, markets or Sensex has moved up 62%. And we are not done yet. The greed phase is still on, and it will end in the month of April, and the year will be 2024. So for the next 4 to 5 years, 4 years to be precise, the Sensex is in a large structural bull market, and we are ready to head higher. Now there is one more characteristic of markets during the greed and fear phase. The type of stocks which moves up in greed and fear phase are different. So in the greed phase, the stocks which you normally call the old economy stocks, or in common parlance, the stocks which are related to roti, kapda and makan, move up. So these are all the stocks which are related to natural resources. So in the greed phase of 1992, the two sectors which did phenomenally well were cement and textiles. So ACC was a Sensex stock back then as well, and it moved up 2115% in the greed phase of 1992. In the greed phase of 2008, the stocks from metals, realty, and infrastructure basket did well. So some of the stocks like Tata Steel went up by 1253%, Tata Power went up 2881% during this 8-year period. L&T went up 2473% during this period. And now in the fear phase, the stocks which normally do well are the new age stocks, or stocks which are related to technology companies. So in the fear phase of 2000, the stocks from the technology, media and telecom basket did phenomenally well. Stocks like Wipro moved by 20,000%, Wipro, Z, and even HFCL. All these were from the technologically advanced companies, and they did well. In the fear phase of 2016, stocks from housing finance, pharma, and consumption companies did well. Now we are back again in the greed phase, and the companies which are likely to do well are the same old companies which are related to natural resources, which are from the old economy sector. So that's the reason, that's another important reason why we believe that one should look at natural resources for the next 4 to 5 years, because that's where the major money is going to be made. So I'm making two bold calls in this video today. First, Sensex will touch 1 lakh by 2024, and second, old economy stocks will do well during this bull run. So as you just saw that old economy stocks could be from cement, textile, from power, infrastructure, realty, metals, from such kind of sectors. So the flavor might change, but on a broader perspective, the sector which outperforms would be these natural resources based stocks and companies. So it's important for you to keep an eye on stocks which are related to natural resources, because that's where big money is going to be made over the next 4 to 5 years. These are the places where you would be finding your next multi-baggers. So watch out for it. So that's all from me for today. Now before I sign off, I'd like to remind you to sign up to the Instant Income Summit. Now Vijay will be conducting this summit for all the attendees in the next week. So please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also don't forget to sign up to the newsletter, the Fast Profits Daily. If you sign up to this newsletter, then you'd get access to this free guide, how to trade markets like a pro. So don't miss it.